It hasn't been a full month since the last patch notes video, but I've done quite a lot. First, I created this map, which you might recognize from the sketches I showed last time. It's the coast area. Since most of the map is actually just an ocean, this didn't take too long, but I did have to make some new sprites, so let me know what you think of the sand and dock. Next up, I created this cave. It's dark at the moment, so you can't see much of the detail in the sprites, but I'm pretty proud of how it looks. I guess you'll have to wait and see in another video, or perhaps until you play it yourself and get the item which lights it up. One thing in particular I like about the cave is that it's not impossible to traverse without the light emitting item, but you can't see certain things like where encounters will happen. I like the idea of having major items in the game as obvious points of progression without forcing the player to tackle them in any particular order or hard blocking the player's path if they haven't gotten a certain item yet. The third and last map I've created this month is the Deep Cave. It's completely unique in the way it works. As you can see, it's a bunch of single screen rooms where you can move in any of the cardinal directions. There's going to be a riddle which, when solved, will give you the information you need to get through the cave. Like I mentioned before, I don't like hard blocking the player's progression, so if someone really gets stumped by the riddle, it'll be possible to brute force the cave. You could write down each of the rooms and figure out how each room links up to each other room and eventually figure out the correct path. That would take a crazy amount of time and effort though, so I'm hoping the riddle is hard enough to make you think, but not so hard that everyone gets stumped. Lastly, I created some AI for the enemies in battle. Previously, they were just picking a random skill, but they often ended up making useless moves like casting a buff they already had or poisoning the player when they were already poisoned. Now they have a weighted skill picking system based on the current battle situation. I'd never programmed AI before, so I was having a hard time coming up with any ideas for this, but eventually I decided it was the problem I had to tackle next, so I sat down and figured it out. For boss battles, I'm not sure whether I'll just level up this AI or create pre-programmed combos for them to perform. I guess we'll wait and see when I start putting boss fights into the game. That's about it for this patch notes video. Just to let you know, it's about to be Beth's birthday, so we're both taking some time off work and going on a trip together. That means I'll miss one Notemon workday, but never fear. There'll still be a patch notes video next month, and I'll be sure to get plenty of work done on the game. Cheers, little ears!